Just killing me softly. Of course, yesterday, America had to deal. I feel so bad for that region of New York, the Tribeca area, because again, that's where the World Trade Center was, and that's, you know, they tried to blow up the World Trade Center before. It's always a scene. Even before they were successful flying planes into it, that guy rented that van and tried to blow up the World Trade Center. So it's always something going on. Now we have a idiot, a crazy man that just mowed down a bunch of people, killing 8 and injuring 15. And it's literally, it hit particularly home for me because that's right around the corner. Right around the corner from my apartment in New York is the street I walk down when I catch the train to go to work at our station in New York. So it is very close to home, and I can't tell you how sorry I am for those people and how much I'm praying for them. But I will have to say this, that there is never an opportunity when something like that happens. When a brown person does something like that, we call it what it is immediately. And there is never an opportunity. There's some elected officials, I'll specifically call out Peter King, and who was supposedly president, and who was supposedly the president of the United States of America, to try to divide us and to stoke fear. Yes, it was a horrible thing. Yes, we have to be on the lookout for people that seek to do us harm as Americans. No one can deny that. But to single them out as if they, you know, I think Peter King, Representative King, said it's time to stop being so politically correct. When did you start? When did you start? Every time we have no problem when somebody, when they have brown hands responsible for something, we have no problem calling it terrorism. And it's terrible that those 8 people were killed and 15 people were run down. It's terrible. We should do all that we can to make sure that those circumstances don't happen again. It is pretty much of an impossible task to stop people from getting into a car. I mean, because it's soft targets, it's low technology, it's a guy riding the van and get in. But yet a lot of people, and rightfully so, are committed to making sure that we kind of mitigate those things from happening. But America has still a bigger problem, and that is white terrorists. It is. It is. You're more likely, that man in Vegas killed more than this guy and injured more than this guy. Now, when what happened in Tribeca happened, we have to pull out all the stops and make sure it doesn't happen again. But what happened in New York, almost killing 60 people, almost 100 people injured and shot, well, that's the price of freedom. There's nothing we can do about it. If you can seek to try to see who's registering vans, if you can try to stop an entire region of the world from coming in, if you'll if you'll ban immigrants, you can't try to stop what happens in terms of mass shootings in this country. One we have a will to do, and one we do not. One we can demonize people, and one we cannot. One looks different than us, and one looks just like the boy next door. But make no mistake about it. You are more danger from a person in America who can legally get a gun and is angry than you are a jihadist. You just are. But one we will do something about, and one will not. I've said it before, and I will say it again. Listen, that terrorist that killed those people in New York didn't even have as good a month as the white terrorist that killed people in Nevada. It just did not happen. And one we're committed to doing something about. One right away, well, he's a terrorist and we need to stop being politically correct. When that thing happened in Vegas, now is not the time to talk about this. Well, there's nothing we can do. One we're committed to doing something about, and one we're not. We never miss a chance to divide each other this way. We never miss a chance to act like it's inherently some group of people. We are the most dangerous group. Americans, by far, are the most dangerous group of people to America that ever existed. Every day, 300 Americans are shot by other Americans every year. It's 100,000. More Americans have perished at the hands of other Americans than have died in all the wars we've ever fought combined. And we have no effort to make sure we do something about that. Not one. We don't do a thing about it at all. It's supposedly the price of freedom. Yes, we should do what we can to stop people from coming to this country and causing us harm. But make no mistake, ISIS ain't got a damn thing on us. All right, that's a little note from the GED section. We got the Jazz Report coming up in 15 minutes. It's the D.L. Hughley Show.